Hey friend, how you doing? Um, this morning I'm continuing to read from the Gospel of John, still in chapter 8. Today I'm going to be focusing on verses 51 through 59. So Jesus said to the Jews, "Amen, amen, I say to you, whoever keeps my word will never see death." So the Jews said to him, "Now we are sure that you are possessed. Abraham died, as did the prophets, yet you say, 'Whoever keeps my word will never taste death.' Are you greater than our father Abraham, who died, or the prophets who died? Who do you make yourself out to be?" Jesus answered, "If I glorify myself, my glory is worth nothing. But it is my Father who glorifies me, of whom you say he is our God. You do not know him, but I know him. And if I should say that I do not know him, I would be like you, a liar. But I do know him, and I keep his word. Abraham your father rejoiced to see my day. He saw it and was glad." So the Jews said to him, "You are not yet 50 years old, yet you have seen Abraham?" Jesus said to them, "Amen, amen, I say to you, before Abraham came to be, I am." So they picked up stones to throw at him, but Jesus went out of the temple area. So it's getting down to the nitty-gritty. Jesus is here trying to say to them plainly, I am the Messiah. His time's coming more near. The people who, from my understanding, the people of Jesus' time, they thought the Messiah was going to be much like a politician or a military king. They weren't looking for a humble man who didn't, who just walked about or rode on a donkey. Sure, he did great miracles and things, and I'm sure some of them thought that he was a great person. But for him to say, I am, again, in this context, he is, bold-facedly saying, I am the Messiah. But here's the thing. Jesus isn't what they expected. And, as I look back in my life and I ponder a little bit, God shows up in my life every single day, but often in ways that I don't expect. There are some times I'll be like, man, it would be really great if XYZ happened, and XYZ happens. But a lot of times, I'd really like, this to be taken care of, and that does get taken care of, but it's taken care of with 1, 2, 3 instead of XYZ. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm being kind of abstract, and I really don't want to divulge too much personal information. So what's this mean? Well, I think there's been for me anyway, in the readings over the last few days, there's there's been this recurring theme of don't expect God to come to you in a certain way. God's way, Jesus' way, was very countercultural. What's our culture today? What does our culture today say? And more than likely, when God approaches you, it's going to be counter to that. It's not going to be big and flashy. It's going to be small and simple. It could be big and flashy depending on the situation. The thing is God meets us where we're at, but our heart has to be open to him. I'm knowledgeable of the fact that there are many times God has helped me and I didn't even realize it until afterward, or I had a moment with God and didn't even know it, just because I was so wrapped up in going to work, trying to get a task done, trying to get the kids washed. And I find that God speaks to me through my children, through my peers at work, through people. I'm like a cashier at a store or a bank teller. God meets us where we are, and he meets us through each other. I think mostly because I think in some degrees God is humble, and I think he wants us to search for him. He doesn't want us to stay where we are. He's not happy where we're at. Where are you at? I think he wants to draw us out. He wants to draw the good out of us. And if he comes and just piles everything on our lap where we're at, and be like, hey, this is me, this is where we're at, then you're just going to stay there because you're like, I got God, I'm good now. I don't need to do anything or go anywhere because I'm right here. I don't know. That's all I got to say about that.